Welcome, everyone. We are back for another podcast. Believe it or not, it's been a good start to the year in terms of news and things to talk about. So we are going to tackle a few things here, and of course, a bonus topic we're going to provide for members of the channel, which will be focusing on Avengers Tower and who may or may not own it now or in the future or in the past. We don't know how Marvel's going to do it, but we'll have some theories and ideas. As always, I am your host here, Armin, and I am joined by Mitch.
Happy New Year, everybody. Hope the holiday were good for everyone.
We'll see what a good year it is for the rest. But for now, we are joined by Tristan as well.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the video game reviews. I see some of you are liking them. More is coming. And on another note, apparently I got accepted for Blue Sky, so I will be posting there.
I got that over the holidays as well. Yeah. I have yet to actually use it properly.
Yeah, it's just I just saw it in my email one day because I think I signed up for it like 3 or 4 months ago, and I didn't get anything back until this holiday.
What a bunch of scrubs! Just go use Threads like all of us alpha males.
I opened Threads the other day, and the first thing that was on there was, do you know the Skill Up video game reviewer?
Yeah.
The first thing he put up there was, don't believe the reviews of Rebel Moon. It's worse than they say.
So it's where people hide their dirty laundry then.
Pretty much, yeah. I was like, that's a fantastic thread to see straight away. Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's all these social medias and the apps and the things, and I'm still over here trying to figure out how to use Dreamcast Online.
Don't lie, we all see you on Instagram.
That is true. That's the only one I am comfortable using because I know how it works. Until they change stuff, then I'm like, I'm putting this down for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I got no idea how it works. So I'm going to post something. Don't know.
Where's it being sent out? I don't know. Oh, man. Well, we're going to put on a good show, everybody. Trust us. It's going to be great. It's going to be an amazing show. Yeah. Oh, I just realized this podcast drops for everybody on the 6th. So is this like the Insurrection Anniversary podcast?
I did see a lot of people are saying happy anniversary a little bit early. So...
except the only difference is this weekend we're just storming WB to make the Snyder cut a thing, or the Snyder verse restored. So
is that why this year feels a bit weird, because nothing's happened yet?
Probably. Yeah,
it's the first year of the 20s where nothing has happened like right off the bat.
Yeah.
I suppose the Epstein list came out, but
yeah. That is a thing.
But we knew that was coming anyway. So
true. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. So it's like, oh no, it's been an interesting 5 days. This is dropping right after we record it the next day. So hopefully,
I don't trust it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Too quiet. What's gonna happen?
Gonna finish this, and some major news is gonna drop. Something big,
probably.
I mean, they'll just
take you announce what's it going to be.
Kang replacement.
Oh, that's lowballing it. God damn it! I was waiting for like an insurrection type of bet to come out.
We're gonna see footage of Ike Perlmutter climbing the walls of Disney.
I mean, I guess
I put money on it. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could, for something happening, I guess you could put, you get to see Kang wear Jinko jeans to an interview. So there's that.
Yeah. No, he's trying to appeal to the millennials. He's going to start blasting Linkin Park's Numb. Just to be like, come on, look, relate to me.
God.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I suppose we've done nothing for a couple minutes and wasted your time, which means we're going to waste your time.
Goes.
Exactly. And now we're just going to waste our time with the rest of this show. So we're just going to get right to that. Mm-hmm. And speaking of wasting time, Marvel Studios wasted their time with Sentry because they had an actor, and then that actor was like, I'm out. And he also said on the way out, this script blows, MCU shambles. Now, citation needed on those last two parts, but it's probably true.
I didn't have Jim Cock replacing Armin.
That's the twist of this
wild
year.
thing. Yeah. Where's that little like skull in a jar, or whatever the hell it is? The mini Cthulhu.
I assume Marvel took too long and he's all peace. I'm out.
Yeah,
it's basically it's not even Marvel's fault. It's the CEOs. It's all Iger's and Zaslav's. They took too long with the strikes, and the schedule pushed everything back, and there's conflicts. And he was like, "Peace, I want to do this instead, but I want to do a Marvel movie. Goodbye."
I mean, it's so unfortunate that like this is where we're at, where projects are. Remember, Thunderbolts is supposed to be in post-production right now. That's the original schedule. You know, like they were literally set to shoot days after Captain America wrapped, which is like 3 days before the actor strike, and then it fell apart. So it's unfortunate, but this makes sense. Like they're delaying the shooting of this till it sounds like summer, and he should have been free by then. So it's like, what else is he supposed to do? Drop a bunch of other projects for this, or drop this, which he hasn't even started yet? I mean, he's committed to other things, so you know, there's.
Yeah, I'm saying it's one of those something has to give, and
yeah.
Unfortunately, we might have just lost Stephen Ewan as a Sentry. So
yeah. It's
never forgive the CEOs. Remember what they took from you.
I mean, I think he would have been good, like as Sentry.
Oh yeah, he's one of those left field castings.
Yeah.
Like no one would have put him as Sentry.
Exactly. So
no, I reckon he could have knocked it out. Now, the fear has sunk in for me at least. I do not want Ryan Gosling Sentry.
Oh, you know.
I don't want it. I don't want it. He'll do really well. He's a really good actor. He'll do really well. I don't want it.
And then you hear the rise from the Snyder cultists saying that we want Henry Cavill to be Sentry.
Of course.
They absolutely do not want that. That is the opposite of what the Snyder cultists want. That will put them into meltdown.
Oh, the traitor!
Because how dare he and how dare they?
I mean, whoever they get, I just hope it's somebody that can convey whatever they hired Steven for. You know, like, because clearly left field casting for a reason. I hope that they're not like, okay, we heard people, we can't have him. He's actually a good actor. Get a piece of styrofoam with a face to be Sentry. Just stand there and be tough. It's like, oh, great. That's what we need. A one-dimensional character. Like,
a lot of people would argue that's what Sentry is, but
yeah, to a degree, yeah. There are those moments where you see a character break through a little bit, and then it's like, no, put him away into this corner of the Marvel universe where he can't bother anybody.
Yeah. People desperately try to make Sentry cool. I like Sentry, but
same.
He's a very hard sell for people.
Yeah, that's weird because like you only see him come out like every so often with a mini, and I think technically they're gonna use him again pretty soon, but it's gonna be for another.
Well, isn't there that Sentries book?
Yeah.
There's that, but
like a Sentry Corps or something.
Yeah, no, it's like that, but now since I guess they're trying to do another initiative for like future heroes, there's gonna be a pseudo, I guess sidekick taking up mantle role with a new Sentry. Soon I forgot. It's sometime this year though. And it's like just
sounds about right for Marvel, to be fair.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, we'll
Sentry's
see.
a hard sell. It's a very
exactly. It's a hard sell. It's always going to be a hard sell for that character. Now, here's my ultimate hope. This is my hope. If they can't find a perfect replacement that's male, just get a woman in there so I can see the internet melt down further.
It'd be double. Like, wouldn't it be like double because of like Sentry's history in it all anyway? Because they like, for better or for worse, he's just like plopped down into the universe with like no thought to it at all.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's a shame because I like the idea of what, like, if it is Sentry in the Thunderbolts, I like the idea of putting that group of people against that.
I mean, they're going to give us what the Suicide Squad did in that one trailer where they were like, you put together a team to take down Superman? Oh, they never did. They never actually do that in this. But here they're like, yes, we're going to take down Marvel's Superman with these guys. Enjoy.
Yeah, they're really not beating the Suicide Squad allegations.
Which
it's unfortunate because that's not what the Thunderbolts is.
No. I can't wait till a couple years from now where we get Marvel's Thunderbolts, the games as a service video game. They're just going to keep following and mimicking
Thunderbolts kill the Avengers.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a gun.
Oh, that reminds me. If anyone still wants to play Guardians of the Galaxy, the game, it's free until the 10th on Epic Game Store.
Well, there you go.
Just putting it out there.
Actually, no one will buy it.
It's free.
Exactly. No one's going to buy it.
It's also on Epic Game Store, so people are like, nah, it's free, but not Epic Game Store.
Right now, everyone and their grandma is busy with Monster Hunter World. You can't stop the Munhunt. Okay.
Has Mitch just time traveled? What is this?
No, have you not seen what's going on? It's doubled its
seen.
peak concurrent player base in a month.
Wow, what happened?
They announced Monster Hunter Wilds and then it went on sale, literally across all platforms, so everyone's buying it.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, all right.
They want to brush up on their monster hunting skills before the game
start.
Well, that's cool.
I think it sold 5 million copies since at least September last year.
That explains all the recordings and photos I've been seeing on Monster Hunter World. Yeah, because of the mods on PC.
Oh, okay.
You get people like Asmongold jumping in for the first time as well.
Is there any naked Chun-Li hunting monsters mod?
Oh, that was like day one, man. That was like day
of course it was. Of course it was.
Naked hunts are literally part of Monster Hunter.
That is true. Yeah,
you don't even need a mod. That's just the thing.
Yeah.
You want extra difficulty? Go in nude.
I remember doing that on the PSP once. I never did it in World, where you're just like, I got to be challenged. Let's do this.
Exactly.
What the hell were we talking about? How we get the Monster
Sentry?
Hunter? Oh yeah. Sentry, cool.
Guardians.
Yeah.
It's because you said about Suicide Squad that led Tristan.
Oh yeah, wow, what a
because I was trying to help him out, man.
We railed off.
It was a natural progression of conversation.
It's true. Well, we're gonna naturally just progress off of this because I don't think we have anything more to say. So let's
CEO's bad. Over. That's all you got.
Exactly. So take off and fly into our next topic, which is about Supergirl. We got some reports they could be shooting it by the end of summer, mid this year, and surprisingly, they haven't been debunked by James Gunn. So,
I don't even trust James Gunn's debunkers at the minute.
Same.
It's like this man's lied twice.
Because I was trying to look this up, and it was like conflicting information. So I don't know what to believe.
So the one rumor in relation to Superman Legacy that James Gunn has not denied, among all the ones he has, is that Supergirl will show up in Superman Legacy in some way.
I mean, everyone else is in that movie. Of course she's going to be in it.
Right. So everybody's kind of like looking at it going, well, we're all kind of correct with this one. But them honestly starting production maybe by the end of this year and putting this film out in like early 27, maybe late 26, that could honestly check out. Like, I don't see why not. Like it's
because
I can't remember where Supergirl was on the list, but the initial order they put out.
It was just kind of there.
Was it just kind of there? Okay.
Yeah. From what the rumors are saying is that they found out that like Gunn will cast Supergirl before the director is chosen.
Yeah.
But man, that they hopefully have they start filming by late to 2024 at the most. So I'm not even entirely sure about that.
Well,
what's her face from Flash though? I genuinely can't remember her name.
Oh, Sasha?
That's the one, yeah.
There's an interesting way to look at this where a lot of people were expecting, and I think we were as well, Superman Legacy is going to land. And then WB wants to do the thing where they're waiting to be reactionary to see what happens. But this would fly in the face of that, going, no, they're just going to commit to this like Marvel did with the MCU. And if, they're going to produce the first wave of, they're going to have like 3 projects more or less in post-production by the time Superman Legacy is out. So they're committed. Now, sure, Discovery could pull it. They've certainly done it the last 2 years with multiple things, but it's looking optimistic, I would say. So it's
I don't think they're gonna. They need the DC movies to come out regardless. We've seen this year alone, or not this year, last year alone, that they don't care what a DC movie's like. Just put the thing out there.
Yeah.
Apart from Batgirl.
Yeah,
that might be the only exception.
And remember, they stopped shooting Wonder Twins like 3 weeks into production, so that happened.
I forgot, so I could not remember that.
Yeah, they started shooting that the same day as Blue Beetle, and then Blue Beetle made it through by sheer luck.
Made it through, and then no one went to see it.
Nobody. I'm pretty sure WB hasn't even seen that film. That's how the numbers for it
are. The only reason why it made it out there.
Yeah. So
I'm not saying if it's good or bad. So don't all 2 of you don't come for me, please.
It's great. It's great.
I will take your word for it.
Yeah. Look, like if Supergirl gets off the ground a little quicker and they can get this out, sure. Because remember, they already got the director for Batman. It's whether you like it or not, it's Andy Muschietti. So we'll see. We will see. I mean,
I find it interesting that Gunn did the whole Flash is the best superhero movie I've ever seen spiel. Yeah. Then got Muschietti for Batman.
Yeah.
But didn't keep Sasha for Supergirl. That we know of so far. I find that really interesting.
Same.
So it's clearly not the best you've seen because you're not keeping an actress from it.
Yeah, well, James Gunn said a lot of things. He's a duff man at this point. Don't believe what he says. So, yeah. It's I suppose cool. Yeah, it's cool. If Supergirl can happen quicker than other things, I mean, it makes sense.
Green Lantern?
Yeah, Green Lantern. Yeah. Had 3 false starts in the last 5 years. So we'll see if there's a 4th false start, and we'll see what happens there.
Speaking of false starts.
I was about to say, speaking of false starts and falling down the stairs or Homer Simpson down the cliff on repeat, who's excited for Sony's Doc Ock and Sony's Mysterio?
I heard nothing about this, and then someone just posted a picture in the group. I'm like, what the hell is this? That's just surely fake. Like, haha, funny meme. I get it. And then people started talking about it. I was like, oh, no, it's true.
Yeah.
This is a rumor.
Why are they trying to do this?
So
they got nothing else.
To their, like, what is it they're trying to do? The mid-6 now, or what?
Mid-6?
The sinister mid.
But this is Sony, so they're going to put like 9 people on there and call it the Sinister Six. And it's like, but upside down.
So that's why Mysterio's on it. So everyone's going to be like, oh my God, it's 6. And it's like, no, it's a 9.
Yeah, because like from like reports, it's really weird because they said that they're not even, like Sony themselves are not even sure that like Jake Gyllenhaal is going to reprise his role as Mysterio or they should get a new actor to play him.
Okay.
They should get a new actor. Leave Gyllenhaal alone.
Yeah, don't ruin the MCU, please. Don't like. Also,
you done it to Keaton. Gyllenhaal don't deserve that.
Right, and like, I'm legitimately trying to look at this like with any sort of rational brain going, what's the story for either of these films? Like, what do you do?
The exact same story as Venom, the same story as Kraven, the same story as Morbius.
Yep. blame
I was bitten by something. I got something attached to me.
Yeah.
I like the idea of. I'm just picturing goddamn Quentin Beck Mysterio standing on a set and a camera just bites him. He's like, "Oh, I can do special effects
radioactive
now."
Camera.
I was thinking the fishbowl, but the camera was.
Oh no! No, Sony's gonna do the episode of Simpsons where Milhouse gets X-rayed during Radioactive Man, and the X-rays give Mysterio powers of illusion.
100%, yeah.
I need this.
Mysterio's going to be their Doctor Strange. Let's not beat around the bush.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I mean,
it'll be
you can see that because in certain iterations he does like have a part to the mystic side.
Yeah, but there's certain iterations that we shouldn't talk about. And we shouldn't have let Sony get within 10 foot of them. I want to know who let Sony near those.
Yeah, I mean, they're just doing this because they can just blame the multiverse fracturing. So that's the reason why all this is coming together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, I still don't understand why they insist on doing the villains. Why aren't you doing the different spiders? Why is Silk struggling at Amazon?
Yeah,
because I guess they're still not sure if they should do a Spider Hero because they also have in development was that Spider-Man Noir TV series
that's not Peter Parker.
Yeah, it's not Peter Parker from the 1940s, but it's just technically Spider-Man, but not Spider-Man, a detective show. Maybe I'm not sure. They're not sure, so I'm not sure either. Yeah, it's just a wild ride now. So yeah.
I mean, this whole thing Sony's trying to do, like, if nothing's worked so far with this same mentality, how many more times are they going to try? Like, there is absolutely nobody who wants to see 18-year-old Doc Ock end the film by going, "What if I had more arms?" Like, what? This is the most Sony thing ever. Like, yeah. I mean, look, at this point, I want Sony to just completely lose their mind and be like, what you guys didn't see is that Ezekiel is the multiverse old Spider. Like, just do something so
BDSM
stupid.
Man.
Yeah, that terrible looking thing.
I mean, for me, it's just like I don't know what they plan on doing is because like
they don't either.
I'm not so sure. Like if they want to, just for instance, I don't know why they want a really really old man Michael Keaton talking to like an 18-year-old Doc Ock talking about I need you for an initiative. Now,
trust me, that thing is never going to go any further. That
it will. It will. No, it will.
No, if Keaton's got any say in it, he is absolutely not going to even record voice lines for them again. He's done with Sony. I hope. He's too old for that. Please, Feige, save this man. Don't let them treat Keaton this way.
I have no interest in either of these films, and again, I say this as somebody who. His favorite Spider-Man villain is Mysterio. This is the least interesting thing I could ever find out about Mysterio. And Doc Ock being in my top 5 Spidey villains. Unless, hear me, Sony, you morons. Listen,
unless this superior.
That's all I'm going to say. Unless this is superior Spider-Man, we don't want it. And I know we would like to see that in the MCU actually done properly with an actual competent director.
Why would you put me and Jared through that?
Listen, the Chat GPT version of like Doc Ock and Mysterio, they're going to have printed out and are probably looking at right now. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be the worst.
No, I think the whole thing is that the reason why they're not doing Spider-Man in their like spunk universe is that that's their get out of free jail card with using Miles with Marvel if it doesn't pan out, which most likely it will not.
Yeah.
I mean, they're also using like 4 different Spider Women in Madam Web, so they need a Spider-Man.
They don't care about them. They're sacrifices.
Oh,
and they're also during interviews they keep referencing Spider-Gwen and Spider-Woman and Silk all as Spider-Woman. So whoever talking,
in fairness to that, the comics and the Across the Spider-Verse can't even get that straight.
That is true too.
Yeah, like, technically they are, but they're not. So
Like she is Spider-Woman, but the comics is
But
Spider-Gwen.
Sony
Or she's
clearly doesn't
Ghost
even know
Spider,
the
whatever it
difference.
was. No.
Yeah, I like Ghost Spider. I like that name, but
No, it's weird.
It's
It is it for like Canon's sake. It is Ghost Spider, but since Spider-Gwen is so catchy, they just keep it on everything.
Right. Yeah. Well, I suppose we'll find out what Sony does by middle of this year when some projects got to start rolling because they don't have anything coming out after Venom, which comes out this year. So they're kind of stuck.
They'll just push back Kraven the Hunter again.
Oh, they're going to push it.
What's the order for their movies this year then? Because you got 3.
We got Madam Web in a month or so, and then
Is that really a month? Wow.
Yeah. Kraven in July, and November is Venom.
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
Then they really haven't got anything. God damn, they got to get something quick.
Well, El Muerto fell apart, and they're supposed to be what they were banking on.
I'm still wondering if they're doing Hypno Hustler.
Oh.
I'm pretty certain even they forgot about that one.
They got hypnotized into forgetting it. Jesus. Yeah. Hypno Hustler. Yep. Well, we're done talking about Marvel's Sony output. Screw them. Hopefully these 2 projects never see the light of day, but who knows?
You're gonna watch it anyway. Don't tell.
Of course I will. Of course I will.
And you're gonna watch it legitimately. That's the worst part.
Yeah, you got to watch it legitimately. But you know what else you can watch legitimately now and not watch and go, well, what if it's not canon? Marvel TV. You can now officially watch it and go, it matters.
Except for Agents of
S.H.I.E.L.D.
thing
I've been saying for years at this point.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It'll be canon. Don't worry.
No. But it's
but purely, Daisy and Matt shared an orphanage, so therefore,
yeah.
S.H.I.E.L.D. is
exactly
by pure association. S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon.
Copium.
Hold up. That was a good hit of copium. Now let's talk about how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is in fact canon.
It's very interesting because the reason for this is because of the executive producer, Brad. Hopefully, I didn't butcher his last name. Is Winderbaum? Yeah. And when you do an interview, he said that basically they're keeping it close to the vest and very tight-lipped about what's on the secret timeline and what's not canon on the secret timeline as of now, but that they were trying to pay homage to Netflix's series, especially with Daredevil, with what they're trying to do now.
Well, this is the fun part, right? Because he's clearly been going to the Feige school of non-answers. Because it's on the sacred timeline. Well, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, the sacred timeline is the multiverse,
right?
So, it is. But and then the Echo trailer comes out here, and it's hey, by the way, his actual scenes from Daredevil. So
to me, it just seems like he's trying to make sure that they have all their ducks in a row on what is essential to the main timeline of the MCU, whether it be Earth 199999 or 616.
Right. Yeah. And if you really just think about the bigger picture here, making it all canon doesn't hurt anything. It actually just helps people feel better about it. It was weird because I've talked about it before. My dad got into the MCU or anything Marvel really with the Winter Soldier film. And then he watched the Netflix shows. And he was one of those people that was like, oh, they're set in that world, but they never get referenced. So I was just kind of over there yesterday, and he was like, oh, I saw somebody posted the trailer for a new Marvel series, and wow, Daredevil. So he booted it up on Disney. He's watching it to catch up before Echo. And I'm like, this is going to actually help a lot. I think some people will discover things like that. It helps the universe. It doesn't take away anything. And to me, doing this, confirming this, right? Going into it, it now just, I don't want to say it makes it better but it adds this sort of Kevin Feige acknowledging, look, we understand you people like this. We understand there's characters and storylines you like here. Let's go with it. And I think it was quite apparent all the way back when Daredevil showed up in She-Hulk. Remember Marvel.com had an interview with Marvel Studios, and at the end, they talked about Daredevil's appearances, and they mentioned the events of seasons 1 through 3 and all the Netflix stuff, and then his appearance in Spider-Man, and then they quickly deleted it. I think they were just waiting, and like, now it's the time so they can acknowledge it, which, again, is great and gives me hope that now they're releasing more physical media. We can maybe see these get full releases, not just like those limited runs that Netflix did. You know, it'd be kind of nice for a completionist. So,
I also wonder how much the Born Again rework plays a factor in this.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you're going to kill off Foggy and Karen in the first like episode or whatever, you can just be like, yeah, well, that's over here. It's in the multiverse. But that's
they're gonna have like a 2-episode of Matt like being edgy about his friends dying on the can without doing anything.
So. Well, that's Daredevil, I suppose, isn't it? Really? If he's not crying about Karen dying, he's crying because he bunked his toe.
Yeah, I'm like optimistic about all this, about, you know, what's canon to the timeline, what's not. But like we said, joking earlier about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like, does that mean like a version of Ghost Rider is out there?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've literally said that everything is part of the sacred timeline, right? Including the Sony Ghost Rider movies. So there are Ghost Riders out there somewhere.
And also, like, if they want to include the, you know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. one, like, they really go off in their own. They go multiverse after, like, season 3. So technically, you can just keep everything up to that point canon, which, you know, whatever. S.H.I.E.L.D., if anybody ever returns, it'll be a couple characters, not the entire thing. They can allude to elements. But, like, Daredevil and the Defenders are so much more... I don't want to say known, but I think that's the best way I can explain what I'm trying to say. Is like they're a more known commodity than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know, and more people care more about Daredevil than.
I mean, maybe now, sure.
Yeah.
I think at the time, that's a very hard thing to split down the middle.
Oh, at the time when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was hitting its stride in season 4 and 5, my God, those numbers and the repeat views and the charts were pretty incredible. So it's. Maybe
I wanted to bring S.H.I.E.L.D. back, and despite the last seasons, obviously, it'd be like, by the way, this is a variant timeline.
yeah.
This is this, but you're finding this out properly by the 616 version of these characters. There's some incursion stuffy wuffy going on that's blending timelines, and lo and behold. Like, just do something like
well, like you just relegate them. You relegate them to.
Well, no, you're not relegating. You're going like, by the way, like it's like everything up until a certain point with these characters happened in the main MCU.
Yeah.
Everything after this happens over there. Like we are introducing these characters into the main timeline, and also making it nice and neat and tidy with a little bow on top.
Yeah, I know.
No renegating, not getting rid of anyone.
I know what you're saying. It's just like it sounded like you're getting rid of the original variants by saying, "Oh yeah, but your world explodes, so we don't have to follow you anymore."
I mean, their multiverse basically fell apart anyway by the end. Let's be honest. Stuff was going to happen there anyway.
No. Now, the biggest question here that nobody's bringing up is: can Papa Feige save Runaways and Cloak and Dagger?
Probably not.
He needs to
I thought you could say Iron Fist. That's why I said no. Runaways.
No, I know there's no saving Iron Fist. Come on.
It's like, yeah, Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are canon. Iron Fist is slightly different.
Kevin Feige's just going to show up and be like, what's that? It's like, Finn Jones is like, it's me. I've never seen this man in my life.
What? It's just some hobo dressed as Finn Jones?
No, they're going to AI all of what's her faces. Like her head onto every Finn Jones scene from the other 2 seasons. Jessica Henwick, that's in there.
Oh yeah,
I'm really bad with names this year. That's my new thing apparently. But yeah, I want Cloak and Dagger to come back, but put him in a Spider-Man movie, please.
Yeah,
it's where they belong.
I want to bring like as many of these characters as you can, just to enrich the world, tell these stories. You know, explore new corners of the Marvel universe. Like that's the one thing that Marvel TV always had that the MCU couldn't have till they started doing Marvel Studios TV shows, is like just kind of live in this world and see different pockets of it. I always appreciate that about everything. So,
and since we've got multiverse stuff and incursions, like if you're pushing Avengers 5 like way back or whatever, have like a She-Hulk episode or two, or like an overarching story for a season where you have a new actor playing the same character of a returning character.
Right.
So like you have the Cloak and Dagger kids, but then you also have a new Cloak and Dagger kids. And then you have like one suing the others for like impersonation or whatever. Just something like that.
One of my all-time favorite Marvel characters is Runaways Nico. Absolutely love Nico Manuro.
Oh, I love Nico.
The actress is back for the Spider-Man animated series, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Like she's playing Nico in that. So like my hope is work her into live action, put her into She-Hulk or something. Like that's such a cool character with a staff of one and everything. I just want to see some of those concepts return and be like, yeah, these things matter. They're cool. It's like, yeah, all right. And that's my hope with this whole Marvelous TV's canon now, that they can make some of these elements, important, or at least acknowledge that they happened.
I say it's funny, right? Because they spent the last couple of years really trying to like push out new characters and stuff. But you have all this stuff. I know there's the whole like feud they had with the Marvel Entertainment side of things, but you had all these TV characters. Like you got them back. Why not? Instead of like rushing out every other new character. I'm not saying I don't want those new characters they've done, because I enjoyed it, but just focus on what you've had before and flesh those out, and then you're adding the same amount essentially at the same time.
Yeah.
And the groundwork's already done.
Yeah,
but I'm not a big producer, so I'd want to.
Yeah, you got to be Kevin Feige, secretive. Only what you deem worthy.
Maybe I am Feige.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be some shit? Tristan just face cams one day and goes, "So, oh, by the way, I am Kevin Feige."
Ricardo comes in here. Aha! I'm David Zaslav.
That would explain so much.
It would explain so much. Drink Zoa.
Can we talk about it? I know it's completely off topic, but talk about how Black Adam is Dwayne Johnson's canon event for actually wanting to make a good movie.
Yeah, Black Adam broke The Rock to want to make films. Yeah. Amazing.
Wait, this is like he made like a deal with was it A24?
Yeah. Like this man's like, I can't bring in numbers, therefore I'm going to try and go for like critical acclaim and accolades.
Well, it's bad when he's back in pro wrestling now too. So
is he actually?
Oh yeah, he came crawling back.
Well, did Vin Diesel break him in his D&D campaigns about cars and rockets and stuff?
No, Vin Diesel wanted him to touch his little Dwayne.
I was just going to say.
I mean, he's a D&D master.
It's just another level in the fight between Diesel and The Rock.
Time to name this podcast The Little Dwayne. Oh man, it's been a wild well, I suppose last year, because we're in the new year, so still getting used to it.
Like 5 days in, I'm like, it's a blur to me, so I have to constantly check my phone and make sure I know what day it is and what year it is.
It's also been a blur to me because I've been nonstop playing Baldur's Gate 3. Oh my god, the game's consumed me. It is all I do on my free time if I don't want to do anything else.
I've gotten to the point with Baldur's Gate 3 where it's not been that long since it came out. Obviously, it's been that 5 months. But I really want to play it, and I'm scared to start.
Oh, it's so good.
Like, I don't want it. I like the idea of what's in my head. I know it's going to live up to that because it's Baldur's Gate, and I love Baldur's Gate. But
I have it like downloaded and stuff. But I haven't played it yet. Essentially, if you couldn't get into D&D, this will get you into it because it gives you the visuals and all the extra stuff that goes along with it.
And I'm playing an ongoing campaign
right
now.
No, one of my friends, he has the weirdest taste in stuff, and he's never going to hear this, so he's never going to even if he did, I'm going to be like, it's true, shut up. he's so not narrow-minded, but he's like tunnel visioned on what he likes and doesn't like. He's very unwilling to try new stuff, right? And he played Baldur's Gate. He's like, yeah, it's all right. And I'm pretty certain he's going for the platinum, and he just hasn't told me yet. So I keep seeing him play it, and I know he's finished it.
Well,
I was like, oh, okay.
This game is like, so a couple nights ago, before I got into my big binge on it, right? I was playing on PC. That's the only version I had. And Shay and I, we were way too high. And I was like, Shay, I cannot get up and move. I need to turn on the PC, get the controller, and play Baldur's Gate. And she's like, I'm too high to get up and turn it on and give you all that stuff too. So I was like, can I just buy it on PlayStation 5? So I was too high. So I ended up actually buying the game on PS5, and it has cloud sync. So my save just like appeared on PS5, and that's how I've been playing it now. So that's how good the game is, where if you're too high to get up, you could just rebuy it again because it's that good.
Yeah.
But don't expect that from other developers because it's unrealistic.
Well, it's unrealistic to an extent about overhead and all other stuff.
Yeah, unrealistic because upper management are actually stupid in AAA games.
Yeah, essentially.
So I suppose that'll bring us to the end of this podcast, everybody.
Stuff's canon.
Stuff's canon, yeah.
Thanks for reminding me, Mitch, about AAA. For anyone who wants to know, Star Citizen's developer finally announced that since you guys,
what part of that is AAA?
Well, they want to be for how much money this game is raked in for the developers making driving Lamborghinis and stuff. They said that for an everything bundle that's coming soon, you can have everything that they released so far for the low price of $48,000.
So, have you ever checked
the punchlines? That is everything they've released, right? Which is nothing
so far.
Just pretty nothing, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
it's essentially like
so,
all the beta stuff that they have so far. Like
if you check their forums, right? Which one of my friends, he backed it for like $45 when it was first announced, right? So he was like still part of community. He's shown me things like these guys are talking about the ships they bought. Some dude owns like a capital ship. He spent like $8,000 on. The kicker is it's not even available in the game. It will be available when the game is out.
That's crazy.
I'm starting to think that developers of the day before should have just gone with this model and say, "Oh yeah, we're selling buildings. They'll be available down the road. Don't worry about that." We'll
you know how people go like, "Oh, this is a Black Mirror episode, but something crazy happens."
Yeah.
They're wrong. Star Citizen is the Black Mirror episode.
100%.
Well, it is for how long it's been in quote unquote development. They keep making stuff and saying, "Oh, we'll get to it when we get to it." But check this out. This is really cool. We can make this into like a spin-off game. But what about the first one? Don't worry about it. We'll get to it when we get to it.
Star Citizen's got to be the greatest money laundering scheme in history.
Ever.
I can't wait in 5 years for the documentary to drop.
But in 5 years, they'll have put out the second module to this game.
Yeah, essentially.
My God. So, yeah, everybody, thank you for listening to this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with another podcast, and hopefully you guys go enjoy the bonus topic we'll have for you after this show airs. So, till next time, everybody, take care.